how you're going to be able to lose fat effectively by working 40, 50, even 60 hours a week, travel traveling constantly, and also have to deal with family responsibilities. So you're probably going to think that that's impossible, but I'm a living example, and more than 50 of my clients that have been using the same system that I created for them are being able to regain their energy, achieve a healthy, confident body, and also being able to improve their energy, improve their overall performance in many different areas, and look, feel amazing. So, if you don't know me, my name is Coach Juan, and this YouTube channel is just created for leaders over 30, such as managers, executives, and entrepreneurs that they want to match the same level that they have with their career and their business from and to their health. So this is not a cookie cutter approach. I'm going to be sharing you. I'm being like a punch in your face and telling you the truth, the hard truth that nobody's going to tell you. Why majority of diets, workout programs from fitness influencers that you see out there, they actually are garbage and they don't work for busy leaders such as business owners, entrepreneurs, managers, and executives. So, why I decided to create all this? Yeah, this is basically because I seen the same issues that majority of the people have been having. So, why majority of the things they don't work? Just because they are a lack of systems. So you probably try a diet one time, and what happened is it's nothing wrong by following a diet, but first of all, it's not designed for you unless you know exactly what your DNA, nutritional needs, and also the kind of goal that you're aiming to, same as your business, same as your career. When you're leading a team, you got to know your targets really well. And because you haven't been focusing in your health and fitness, you don't know what you're aiming to. You're basically shooting a dart, like fully in the dark and expecting to hit a target that you don't even know where is it. So it seems like right here. So that's why if you don't have a system for the things that you're doing in your health and fitness, will be impossible. It will be impossible unless you do drugs and you do other things. But I don't want to get into that topic right now, just because everything that I do is naturally. By natural, I mean no synthetic drugs, hormones, or things like that. I suggest everything is basically with the proper nutrition, the proper supplementation, and the right metrics, such as like your business, in order to have results. So, for example, if you want to make more sales, it's either two things: is by actually improving the skill or improving the input, improving the input, or actually taking more sales calls. Is one of those three things. Have a better system to get leads, get more qualified leads, or having a better process, or the skill of the game. So it's actually like one of these four processes, same as your health. So it's actually knowing what is the target, knowing exactly what actually works for you, of what are you trying to accomplish, and then third of all is the repetition, just consistency, just building the habit, building the skill, building the ability to actually achieve that. So first of all, we just gotta focus into create a system, and you can do it by yourself. There is no problem. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of people just taking time outside of their families, outside of their business, outside of their career, trying to figure it out how to be in shape. And I mean, that can actually take you years. So I already went to a route. I spent over 15 years. I've been training more than 15 years. working with personal training clients for over 5 years and coaching for more than 3 years. So I already put the work, I already put the time, I already have the testimonials and the proven example that the system actually works. So you don't have to go all that. You can simply just scroll down, join my community, which I'm gonna teach you a course and the system that this three simple 3 hour a week system that you can do, that you can actually achieve 20 pounds, shed all the fat, and basically regain your energy. That's all my um, ultimate goal for you, leader over 30, achieve a sustainable, regain your energy, and improve your health overall. That's ultimately what you want. Okay, so let's create a system. So by having a system is actually you know where you're going, you know what the heck to do, and you know what exactly is going to help you. And this is basically a little bit more of the results that my clients use just by having the system. As you can see right here, her balance is getting better, arms getting bigger, shoulders more defined. Look at this, not only just in looks, but PRs, 60 pounds in both sides, which is incredible. We have another client right here, Ben. Like the difference, if you're taking too long to have results, you're probably not following the right blueprint or the right system for you. My clients, as you can see right here, it's only take weeks to see incredible results. As you can see, Ben right here, or Alan, six pack abs in a matter of 12, less than 9 weeks. I'm saying. Look at Ingrid, John, 9 pounds, incredible. And we also have Marlon, and of course my transformation, which is pretty incredible, like 7% of body fat, but more incredible. These backgrounds, and they all have in common that all majority of the people that I've been working to, they all of them work more than 50 hours a week. I haven't worked with a client that they don't actually work more than 50 hours a week, because majority of my clients are busy people. And if they're not busy, there is plenty of time. If you're not a busy person, if you don't have a full-time job, you have plenty of time to get shredded, to get in shape. But if you're like me, a majority of my clients, you know that it gets really hard, especially if you're making more than six figures. It gets really hard to get in shape, especially if you have a six-figure, seven-figure income. It gets really hard, and that's why I'm here for. That's the reality. I've just helped high earners, high people that they focus in their career, and now they want to create a system. So if you want a guaranteed system that can actually achieve you and that will guarantee results, we'll create the whole game plan. You can book the call down there straight. I only work with certain people at the time, so I can guarantee you the results. Results like this and more. Than I have plenty of results if you go to my school, or also if you go to my Instagram, like all the results that are gonna be right there. I'm not holding any details about what I can actually do. I have videos. I've been working with different backgrounds, from athletes to entrepreneurs to busy executives to fathers to people that they're traveling constantly, like pilots, um, even managers, like high level executives that they're always traveling, you name it. And they're always being able to achieve incredible results. So if you want to skip the whole process and then just go straight to it and create a path for your success with back end proven results, book the call down there. Just bring a payment method. This is going to be an investment for your health. This is not a cookie cutter approach. This is not your cheapest solution, but it's actually the way with lab work, with results, with processes, with systems, same as your business, same as your career, same as your job, with real systems that actually work and with real people with real results to actually succeed. So, yeah. So, how to effectively uh, lose fat? First of all, you got to understand the goal that you want. Is either you're going to be losing weight. Let me put it right here. Uh, I know, first of all, you got to have a system. The system is really clear, and the system is start with a goal. First of all, you got to like understand. Sounds really cliche, and you probably say like a lot of mindset things, but that's the reality. You got to like reverse engineer where you're going in life before you actually can achieve it. And that's actually how majority of successful people go. Okay, so to have a system, you got to have a goal. Now that you have a goal, something that is more quantifiable, something that is like, okay, I just want to lose 20 pounds, increase my energy, or maybe it's improving my speed, have more stamina, improve my testosterone, feel better, you name it. After you know that, we can start working into that. But before you have a goal, it will be like really hard. After you have the goal, we gotta create a routine that's going to be your personalized routine. Uh, it's just varied depending on the work load that you are currently facing, the kind of lifestyle that you have, and also the kind of support that you will actually need. So the routine that you're gonna create is actually for you. So for example, I have a soccer player, a professional soccer player that worked with me. So the workout routine was totally different from a regular mom, manager, business owner. She was running her business, managing, um, working as a manager from the 9 to 5 and managing, running a business. It was way different, the workout routine and the routine that she has from the soccer, professional soccer player. It was way totally different routine. So we got to create a routine, or you got to create a routine that actually works for you. So I'm actually here to break you down. 3 workouts a week is more than enough to achieve your desired body. So don't think that you gotta live in the gym every single day just to have a relentless energy and to have a 6 pack abs. That's not the thing. So 3 hours a week, just pick just 3 hours. Just dedicate those 3 hours to work out. Highly suggest you. If you want to speed it up the process, that is going to be resistance training. There is no better thing that to put some resistance training. That means lifting weights. Lifting weights in your routine. You're gonna thank me later. But I see a lot of people just spending hours like doing cardio. That shit doesn't work. Let's face it. That stuff is actually gonna work. There's been proven examples. If you don't believe me, you can Google that. If you build muscle, you're gonna lose fat more effectively than just by just trying to lose fat or just trying to lose weight. That doesn't work that way. If you don't build muscle, it's gonna take forever. Once you have the goal, now you create your routine. If it's 2 workouts a week, commit. If it's 3 workouts a week, I recommend a minimum of 3. But if you want to start with 2 and then transition to 3, that's totally fine. If you want to start with 4, that's fine. But just pick a number that you can actually stick into it and create a routine that is more active. So start with 5,000 steps. The whole step is to start something. So if you want to start something, join to the school community. We have a challenge right there. If you're ready, there's a lot of backgrounds, a lot of people, a lot of fields that they're already been joining and they're having incredible results. So I highly recommend you to join to the school community if you haven't, if you want to have the whole course and join to the challenge. So system, goal, routine. Now that you have your routine, you need to have an accountability system or accountability partner. This is going to be crucial. Accountability partner. So that's the last step. So to create a really good system, you got to have those three. And those three are the pillars for this. Let me see. So basically, yeah, to have a really good system, you got to have those three. And that's how you define a really good system. Goal, routine, and accountability. Accountability can be your friend, your relatives, your peers, your father, your mom, your uncle, somebody that can actually help you to hold yourself accountable, your coach, your mentor. It can be many different things. I pay a lot of money into mentorship just because it helped me to be accountable. When you have a person that holds yourself accountable, is the moment that you actually stop the fluff and you start working into the life that you want. So accountability, I pay a lot of money to get into rooms and to get into some information that get me to many points of my life, and that actually really helped me. And I think like the pillar with the goal, routine, and accountability, it was a game changer for me. So I highly recommend you to start doing that, and you will see how things get better. Okay, so this was the whole breakdown. I just make it really simple, really easy for you to understand, sort of like the basics. Uh, you don't need genetics. You don't need a crazy gym equipment to have results. It's just by simple, some weights, some resistance training. You can Google, you can type out, can even, so for example, you divide it in 3 days, like your workout routine. It can be push, pull, and full body, or it can be chest, legs, back, and then another day arms. Just however you want to split the routine, you can do it. And for the diet, macros is the best way. So if you want to have a whole context on how you can start to shed the fat more into the point, go down there, Skill Community. You just break it down much simpler than this video. But if you want to shed fat effectively, you got to have a system. Same as you're doing in your business. Now you got to implement it in your health with a goal, routine, and accountability process. So this was all for today. See you in the next video, or see you in the call, or in the community. Peace.